the Paul Reiser special back then. All the Dangerfield, the young comedians hours
God,
were the greatest.
And Dice,
Kinnison, Bob Saget,
and
Bob Nelson, Maurice Lamar, Rita Rudner. I don't know. I was a pretty big comedy nerd.
That Norm special, me doing stand-up, the one at the Fillmore, I think it's one of the greatest specials ever made. And that came out, I think, in 2010. So I'd been doing comedy for like a year or two in, and it just immediately, I was like, oh, I see. You know, he doesn't touch the mic. He doesn't move. His arms are straight down and his timing is impeccable. You know, that whole stuff, like, you know, Janice, I don't know. She didn't light up a room ever. She barely even, you know, like
Janice.
It's unbelievable.
Through sheer tyranny of will, she could light up a room. I mean, that joke, the Janice joke, from start to finish is a masterpiece.
It is, dude. It is.
The long form jokes that no one does that shit. It's like it's another level of joke telling, and he was just a joke teller, you know.
Yeah.
But taking that like old school antiquated style, even just the style of speech, you know, and folding that into the persona was masterful. And it's a whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, that Janice joke.
Oh, and
wait, you like cheese sandwiches, huh?
Yeah.
I got a whole fucking van of them over there.
I love what he goes. Oh, Janice. Oh, let me tell you about Janice. Just the way he does that shit, you know?
Oh yeah, amazing.
God, I got goosebumps thinking about it.
I mean, I'm gonna, you know, yeah. After I get off here, I'll probably just go ahead and get my Norm wormhole.
Yeah. I remember one time I used to see him at the Comedy Store. He'd come down like, you know, once a month or something. And whenever he was there, I was like, oh God, Norm's here, rad. I got to go watch. And he was in the showroom. What I loved about him is half the room was on board and the other half weren't getting it, which I always think is the best comedy, like Kaufman. When you got half the room, they're like, I don't get it. The tension is unbelievable and makes for an explosive comedy show. And he was doing about 10 minutes about apples. You know, they call themselves Delicious Apple. That's how can you name yourself? You know, like he's going on. On. And so he gets off the stage. He's out in the Comedy Store, has this parking lot where the comics hang. I go, oh, dude, that was so fucking funny. I had to leave the room because I was laughing too hard and I didn't want to fuck him up.
Too much, yeah.
And I said, dude, that shit was so funny. He looked at me, and goes, yeah. Go in and tell them. It was such a Norm answer. Yeah, go tell them.
Oh, yeah.
And man, I mean,
how great it was.
I was fucking blown away when he passed. I was, you know, I was a huge fan of him. And, you know, thank God we have zillions of videos. I do think the Turd Ferguson Jeopardy video is the greatest sketch besides No Cowbell ever, you know, on SNL.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.